Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Hooty Hoo KSU football podcast. I'm your host, Griffin Nichols. Thank you for joining me. I wanted to get a quick preview in on the last game of the season, a road game against Liberty, and the high stakes that goes along with that. Happy Thanksgiving. I hope everybody had a great week. I'm trying to get this out to you before kickoff. So basically, kickoff today is at 3 o'clock for Kennesaw State and Liberty. The other game to pay attention to is Jack State in Western Kentucky traveling to Jack State. Last I checked, Jack State is a home underdog, giving up 2.5 points. Now, obviously, this isn't a Jack State preview by any means, but Jack State's not lost a game at home this year. We know that from when we were there. Not the best road team. They play well. They play well at home for sure. It's a big game for them. You know, every single one of the teams, the three teams, Western Kentucky, Jack State, and Kennesaw State, it's simple today. Win and you're in the conference championship game. So everybody's got something to play for. I think a home underdog at a location to where the team has not lost this year, that's a tough one. That's a tough ask. I think that most people would look at Western Kentucky from last week and see kind of how well they played against LSU. I think Western Kentucky is a very good team. Would naturally go with Western Kentucky, but Jack State at home is not easy. So, with Jack State, it's honestly just the quarterback and the running back. Pretty much that offense, they just run the ball the whole time. So we'll see kind of what they bring to the game today. I'm not going to predict that one. It's just one of those things to where it seems to me that you would think it's going to be Western Kentucky, because I think Western Kentucky's been the best team in Conference USA consistently anyways this season. Kennesaw State, I would say, is right there with them, or the second best one as far as consistency goes. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. It'll be interesting. So basically, here are your scenarios. Whoever wins the Jack State and Western Kentucky game goes to the conference championship game. That part's easy. Now, if Kennesaw State wins at Liberty, which we'll talk about in just a second, then they're in. And that's it. It's that simple. Now, it gets a little trickier if there's a loss by Kennesaw State today. Basically, the only way you can get the conference championship game if you lose today is going to be that that Western Kentucky loses. You have to have Western Kentucky lose and Kennesaw State lose, and then you would have to have a better ranking based on the computer matrices that are out there. If you're looking at common opponents, if you're looking at non-conference schedule, right now Kennesaw State sits ahead of Western Kentucky. I don't know if that would stand or not after this week. It just depends. Losing to a 4-7 Liberty team would not be great, but I don't know. I don't want it to come down to computers. Just take care of business today. So we'll see. And there's a lot of different things happening in college football right now, but you're not here for that. We'll talk about that later at the conclusion of today. So basically, your viewing today is going to be Ohio State, Michigan, probably is what you're going to watch first. There's a couple noon games to pay attention to. 2 o'clock is Jack State, Western Kentucky. So you're definitely paying attention because you want to know who your opponent's going to be. 3 o'clock is Kennesaw State traveling to Liberty. Liberty's had a rough year. They've not been what they've been in the past by any means. This is somewhat of a rivalry game on the road. It's not easy. Again, you have a similar situation to the game I spoke about earlier, to where Liberty's a 2-point underdog at home. Now, 2 points. That's something to pay attention to. So the experts, whomever the experts are, do not see this as a blowout, a walk in the park for Kennesaw State. And, that may be based on their road performances this year or a couple other things. Break for coffee. But, yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where as a fan in watching this team and how well they've done this year, it's just one last step. Who's motivated in this game? Kennesaw State has that much more motivation than Liberty does. Liberty knows that no matter what happens today, this is the end of their season. It's that simple. Now, do they use that as a rally to say this is our bowl game? This is our last game together as a team? Absolutely. I mean, they definitely try everything they can. Kennesaw State, on the other hand, knows simply that if they win, they're in the conference championship game, accomplishing more than what their goals were for this year. I mean, that would be wild. That a team that with the goal for this season for me was 6-6 to win at Liberty, to go to 9-3 on the year and play for the Conference USA championship game. And I'll tell you right now, I like Kennesaw State's chances to do a rematch at Jack State next week, because I know in watching that game that they lost because of self-inflicted wounds, basically 4 turnovers, etc. I like the rematch there a great deal. So we'll see. I don't love the matchup with Western Kentucky as much, but I do like the matchup with Jack State. But like I said, we'll break all that down depending on what happens today. Let's just take care of one thing at a time, which is simply for Kennesaw State to go on the road and beat Liberty. Yeah, I mean, let's take care of it. I mean, it'd be incredible. It'd be incredible to be in that position to play for the conference championship your second year in Division I football with everything that's been accomplished. You're already bowl eligible. Just terrific. I mean, just terrific. And we have early signing period coming up, I think next week or the week after. I'll have to look at that, and we'll talk about that as well. You're starting to see some commits coming to Kennesaw State. The question will become, and I don't want to get too far into this because that's not what today's about, but can you retain everybody? Is there movement with the transfer portal? What are your recruits looking like? It'll be fascinating to see what this season has done for Kennesaw State from a recruiting point of view, from a portal point of view, because they've been successful. They can show that they can be successful at this level. It starts to become a place that you're kind of tempted to go to because you know that if you have talent, that you can really make a contribution right away. So we'll see if they take advantage of that. It's a talent-rich state and area for sure, so that's the whole idea behind Kennesaw State. I don't think we have to worry about too much with the coaching carousel or anything yet. I think you do this another year, and Coach Mack has another year similar to this year. You may have some concerns about what the future holds, but this year I think you're going to be just fine. Yeah, we've got all off season talk about stuff like that. Like I said, let's just take care of business today. So Liberty 3:00, Jack State, Western Kentucky 2:00. Just go and win. Kennesaw State, just go and win, and let's just wrap this thing up and see where the chips lay. I don't know yet. I mean, again, it comes back to whatever the computer matrices are or whatever, but I would think that if things stood as they do right now, that the Conference USA Championship game, if Western Kentucky wins, will be at Kennesaw State. But I guess we'll find that out. Just depends on what the numbers show, because both those teams will have, Western Kentucky and Kennesaw State will have similar records. So we'll just have to kind of see how it all shakes out. Yeah, I mean, let's do it. There isn't a lot to preview here. Liberty has struggled all year long. They are not good offensively or defensively. They turn the ball over a great deal. Their quarterback's inconsistent. It's just not the same team as it was even a year ago, and we beat them a year ago. And again, watch out for that. There's definitely some revenge there, I'm sure, in their mind, and what Liberty would like to do more than anything is to ruin Kennesaw State's opportunity to go to a championship game. We'll see. I mean, that can be their motivation, but sooner or later, you kick the ball off and you hit somebody, and then talent wins out, scheme wins out, motivation wins out. You can be as motivated as you want, but as soon as you get hit in the mouth, well, that changes everything. So we'll see. Kennesaw State, the formula is simple. It's what happened last week. You take care of business, you take care of the ball, and everything will work itself out. So let's hope that that's what happens. Just watch the turnovers. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. Watch the turnovers. Watch, just the penalties, all that stuff. Just play clean. It's not going to be in some rabid environment that you've never played in before. You're going you're going to be just fine with that. The season's led up to this point. I mean, just go in there and take care of business. Don't force it. I mean, that goes really for Odom, who was incredible last week. Let's keep that going. Don't force the ball. Don't force the ball down the field. Don't force it in tight windows, and just simply make good decisions. If it's not there, run. If it's not there, throw it away. Don't force the ball to turn the ball over and put your team in a bad position. That's it. Run the ball like we've done all year long. Set up the deep shot with the play action pass. It's there. It's there. They don't have it to stop you if you're playing clean. They really don't. So we'll see. I'll hop back on tomorrow, guys, afterwards, and just kind of let's see where we are. I'll be putting in tweets and stuff like that throughout the game because I'll be watching it. So go Owls. Let's just take care of business. That's it. That's the preview. Take care of business, and let's see where things pan out at the very end. Hope you all had a great week. I will talk to you tomorrow afterwards, and Hooty Hoo. Go Owls.